Smith, who has joined me to chat about his music career, so you can find out a little bit more about him and his music. Would you like to introduce yourself, Harrison?
I'm Harrison Smith. I'm a singer and songwriter from Gerrards Cross, which is a leafy town just outside of London.
So what got you into music?
So I'd say it was at school. Someone was reading the Guns N' Roses guitarist's autobiography. I think I was mesmerised by the photograph on the back. Who on earth is this wild and madcap-looking guy? What sort of like debauchery did he get up to? I was just, by the way, he was holding the guitar, and so I was aware. I was aware of music as more of just like background noise, and the charts, of course. But it was sort of like upon listening to Guns N' Roses and T-Rex and AC/DC, so the big bands of the 70s and the 80s, that sort of became enamoured by it, I suppose.
Sounds good. So who inspired you to create music? I suppose you've kind of just answered that in the but...
Well, I think at the start, actually, like picking up the guitar, it would have to be probably Elvis Presley or Liam Gallagher. It's hard to say where like my songwriting or creative kind of awakening really started. I can certainly say that it was upon hearing David Bowie's Suffragette City did I like finally realise that, oh, this is it. This is what I've been waiting for. This is like what's sort of got me, wanting to do music rather than just listen to it and like just be a fan. Always like want to create it.
No, that sounds good. So how do you find working in a full-time job and creating music at the same time?
Yeah, it can be tough at times to balance the two. So sort of quite often when you're shooting off to work, that's when you get a really good idea to be creative, or when you want to write or record something. So you kind of spend all day and hankering to get back home to start noodling away, and you want to get behind the piano, get behind the guitar again, and just get creative. So I think but it's finding the good balance, I suppose. But yeah, it can be tough, but it's okay. I think short answer for that.
So during lockdown, you did live stream performances and raised an amazing amount of money for the charity War Child UK. How did you find the whole process of doing that?
Yeah, so this was great. So it was Hotvox, the London-based promotional company. They got in touch with me sort of the first week of April and asked whether I consider taking part in a lengthy season of live stream gigs they were doing. So all raising money for charity. They were doing, and it was called Rising. And so whilst raising a superb amount for charity, it was also like quite a great way to stay fresh and show ready for whenever live music was going to come back. So the bizarre thing, though, was not seeing anyone's faces you were playing to. So you could see people tuning in, but all that was looking back at you was a little phone camera. So you had kind of that was your crowd. Yeah, so you had to. Yeah, it was good fun. It was good fun.
Yeah, it was a good amount of money raised as well. So well done for that.
Nothing.
You've recently released a single called Coffee Drip. Would you like to tell us about that?
Yes. The Coffee Drip, it's like an acoustic driven indie rock song sort of infused with a bossa nova groove. So it's a pretty vibrant track and dives sort of headfirst into the pitfalls and pizzazz of relationships. So it sort of like navigates the like complexities of modern dating. So it's got like it's sort of it's inspired by a particularly rocky point in a relationship, sort of where you're unsure about the compromises that you have to make. But it's sort of it's a pretty upbeat and energetic song, sort of with a sort of sound echoing 60s British rock, I'd say. But it's a lot of fun.
I'll put the link to it in the description if anyone wants to check it out.
Oh, great. Yeah.
Okay. So what's been your favourite gig venue you've performed at, and why?
There's a few. So they've all got such different vibes. The Spice of Life in Soho is always brilliant. So whilst having like an awesome setup and always a good crowd, you can like really soak up the history there. It's got bands like the Clash have played there, I do believe. So it's always an honour to grace that stage. I think, I'm due to play, I think, at the Raven next week near London Bridge, somewhere I've never played before, which is the first post-lockdown gig, first gig for like 7 months. So yeah, pretty keen to get back on stage after such a long time off.
Sounds good. So what's your dream venue to perform at, and why?
Dream venue? I'd have to say probably Camden Dingwalls. So to play like the main room there would be like certainly a tick off the bucket list. I once played one song there as part of a open mic competition, and thought, damn, one day I've got to come back here and headline.
Yeah.
I mean, speaking of venue history and mythology, it's absolute rife with it, because it's all the greats have played there at some point or another. There's, I suppose also, I mean, it's a show that Bowie played on the tour. So for me, it'd be an absolute dream to perform there, even in the lobby. I'll play the Loos, I suppose, if they'll have me. Just anyway, just to. But that's a definite. Got to take that one off at some point, I suppose.
Good. So, what's been the best piece of advice you've been given whilst you've been a musician?
I've thought a lot about this. It's a mix of things I've picked up, but it was along the lines of, it's going to be a lonely and grueling few years heading to open mics, but always be polite, never leave early, and be sure to carry plenty of business cards. Often the ones you meet lurking at bars, or in the corner, or on their own, just at the back, are the ones with the strongest connections. Yeah. So be sure to stick around after your set and get chatting to people, as well as like don't be hesitant of your own voice. It's all you've got, and it's the best you've got. So you've got to make do and push forward with it.
That sounds great. So finally, what's next for you?
So I'm currently in the process of recording my next single at the moment. So looking to have that out by the end of October / start November time. But it's a real like party disco rock mashup. If disco rock is a genre, I'm sure it can be. I'm pretty open to that. So it's designed for dance floors, and hoping it's hoping to get people to have a boogie in the gloomy months of the year. But so I'm looking forward to that. So I believe that will be that's next for me, and hoping to get some more shows in before the end of the year.
Hopefully you can.
Yeah, wherever I can.
Yeah. So a massive thank you, Harrison, for joining me on my channel. It's been great to chat with you, and if anyone would like to check out his music, I'll leave all Harrison's social media in the description below. So thanks very much.
Great. Thanks so much for having me.
So I drained the next drip of coffee and set a new plan. This girl was something different, oh